Okay, I want to welcome everybody here. This is Robert Burns. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. We're delighted you're here with us. What I want to go over first here is just a bit of a disclaimer. This is all about how to be aware of what it is that we're doing, and that we're not giving out financial advice. All the information we're sharing is only for training and education purposes only. No one on this call is offering advice or financial advice. Only invest what you can afford to lose, and don't touch money that is earmarked for rent, food, bill money, and so forth. Past results are not a guarantee of future results or future profits. And Forex has high risk. Again, just don't put in any money that you can't afford to lose. And I am going to move over to the other presentation, which is mine. I was on the wrong one here. Okay. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Robert Burns. I'm actually, as we speak, in the country of Romania, in Brașov, Romania, with my wife. Our daughter just had a baby, and so we're here to celebrate that with her and her husband. That's Alexandra. And my son is back in the USA, in the state of Montana. I'm into fly fishing and playing bass guitar for fun. And on my professional resume is the common theme, and all the stuff that I really gravitate toward is financial instruments that help make money, ideally passively, which is what attracted me to this. And I'll get into that in just a moment. Also, very into building teams all over the world, and internet marketing and team building is something I've done since my hair was a different color. So not the internet marketing, because I actually started that right when AOL was out and so forth. But here's what we're going to get into today. We're going to get into copy trading, what that means, why this broker is really a good one. How do you de-risk? What does that mean? How do you minimize the amount of exposure you have, and ideally be just in the market with your profits that you earn? And then how does compounding work? How can that magnify your earnings a great deal? And in essence, I'm going to just start with the first one. Copy trading is very simple. Instead of having to learn how to trade manually yourself, copy trading means that you're either employing the services of a human trader or a robotic trader that is trading on your behalf, and then the profits that they create go into your account. Once it's set up, it's very passive. You don't have to do really any work. You can check it, periodically to see how they're doing. I know I find myself checking it usually several times a day, just out of curiosity. But that's the idea. The copy trading is a very passive thing. Now, into the broker. RoboForex is a company that actually is 14 years old, and with 4.5 million clients in 169 countries, very well reviewed. In fact, I was really excited about this broker before I met this fine-looking Irishman that's on the call with us. RoboForex was on my short list of brokers that I really wanted to get an account with, because I thought so much of them. I didn't know Robert Russell from Adam. I saw a post that he made on Facebook. It intrigued me, and the rest is history. That was about 3 months back now. And so that's something that, is a very important component in this mix, because not only are they solid, but you're entrusting your money with them. It's good to know that they have a very good reputation, and that when you do a withdrawal, you get it. You receive it. That's a critical thing. And one of the most important roles of a broker, other than the trading, is you don't lose control of your money, and you get your money when you've earned it. They're regulated by the FSC in the country of Belize. They also are part of the Financial Commission, which is an arbitration commission among multiple brokers, of which they are one. And if you ever got into a dispute with RoboForex and you prevailed, you would be covered up to 20,000 euros. So that's a good indication of their willingness to play fairly and do things properly. These are the instruments that are traded by RoboForex. Cryptocurrencies are traded, Forex, of course, and stocks are traded. and also something called indices, which is a favorite instrument of many of us. Those are things like the Dow Jones Industrial Average is called US 30 or the US 30 cash. The German 40 is another one that's a very popular one with our crew. That is the top 40 German industrial companies, very similar in concept to the US 30. Both of those are indices that have a lot of volatility and therefore a lot of profit potential in them. With the other instruments, we have ETFs, we have soft commodities, things like coffee, cocoa, sugar, et cetera, energies, oil, natural gas, heating oil. Metals is another favorite instrument of many, gold in particular, gold and silver are able to be traded on the RoboForex brokerage. And again, lots of awards. You can take a look at this on the site. I won't read them to you, but they're very well thought of in the industry. Now, here's some information on our traders. And again, I want to just emphasize this, never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. It's really important that you get that point because this is a risky thing. This is anytime you have really good returns, there is inherent risk. You have risk in the Forex market. Now, you can mitigate that risk by doing a really good job on your on your due diligence when you're evaluating traders. We do that constantly. I mean, literally multiple times a day, there's discussions about traders, who's doing well, who's not doing as well as we'd like. And, we vote them off the island, that kind of thing. And the whole point being that we're constantly trying to tune up the traders. And that means tight stop losses, minimal drawdowns, past performance. We're looking at that. Win ratio in trades. Do they have a Telegram channel? Can we communicate with the trader? And how many trades do they have? How many investors do they have? What kind of history do they have on their account? We have some very, very capable traders. This is a fellow that just came aboard and we're fond of him and he's doing a good job. Actually, Tony, who's on the call here, found this gentleman and we're delighted that he did. These are some examples of a tool that we use called My FX Book. And this is something that is a very, very powerful thing to evaluate trader performance. And as you see here, here's a trader that is getting a 0.84, just a little bit under 1% return, 19% monthly, 3.84% drawdown. So these are exceptional numbers. And this is something, that gives you a graph, to show you how the profit looks. You want to see up and to the right. You don't want to see big, sawtooth white in there. You want it look like this. This is a good graph as an example. This is that same trader. This, I think it is. This is 0.89%, 26% monthly, overall a 26% gain. So, somebody put in $1,152 here. Their account is now worth $1,424 since April 10th. So not quite a month they've had that kind of a gain. And, in a 4-month period, if they stay on clip here, you'd have 100% of your money back, meaning the $1,152 you put in. And, at that point, you could withdraw the profit if you wished. You can withdraw it as you go. I mean, you have the latitude to do whatever you want. It's your money. So you have to figure out how can you de-risk. In other words, if you pull the profit out that you've earned as you go, it's going to take longer to double it because compounding won't be working. And I'll show you what that means in just a minute. But the key thing is if let's just say in 4 months, you have $2,200, $2,300 roughly. That means you have recovered the amount of money that you put in as your initial investment. And if you can pull that out, then you're playing with profit. You're not playing with your capital. You have your capital back. That means you have reduced your risk a great deal other than the time of monitoring things and setting it up. That's what makes this so powerful. Also with deposits, you can pull them out very quickly. These are some of the different instruments, Visa and MasterCard, obviously most places in the world. Also, you have the ability to do wire transfers with banks. And in most countries around the world, with a few exceptions, there is crypto. And crypto is something that makes it very, very fast and no hassle to get money in and out. Now, I've talked about this a couple of times so far, which is compounding. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to see what do you guys think if you had an $1,100 account, what do you think it would look like if you took, let's say we have, what was that number on that slide? Let me go back there for just a minute. Let's use an actual number from one of the traders. Let's say 0.89% daily, okay? 0.89%. Let's say, let me get to my right place here. Let's say for the sake of discussion that you put $1,000 in, just for an easy number and mathematically, as your initial principal. Let's say 0.89% as your daily return. Let's say that you want to look at that over a year. And are you going to include all days of the week? No, you're not. You're going to only be trading 5 days a week because this is the Forex market. By the way, I'm going to send this calculator out to everybody so you have a copy of this, because it's a very handy tool and one that you'll be able to use. I mean, you can see what I'm doing. It's pretty simple. It's not any great shakes technically. It's just you put in the numbers and play around with it. So what do you think the number is going to be? What is our $1,000 going to turn into in a year at 0.89% daily return? And this is the real magic here, guys, is this number right here. It makes a great difference. Even 1/10 of a, or 1/100th of a percent will surprise you. What does everybody think that's going to turn into in 1 year? Go ahead and 8K. I hear from Robert Russell. Tony, what do you think the number is? Up, you're muted,
12.
Tony. 12K. Okay. Anthony, what do you got? Finn, same question. What do you think it's going to be? Just go ahead and type it in chat. I'll come back and see in the intro time. I'm just going to continue on, but let's go ahead and calculate and let's see what we've got. Bada bing, bada boom. It was right in the middle, dead center between Robert Russell at 8 and Tony at 12. It was 10K. That's a 910% profit. Let that sink in for a minute. When's the last time your bank offered you a 900% profit? I'll wait. Yeah, me too. You know, the US banks are probably as bad or worse than any in the world. We're getting actually, you know, in fact, if you have the inflation numbers being what they are, you're going backwards. If you put your money in a bank, you're not going forward, you're going backward. So, I mean, what's so crazy about this, if you look at these returns, remember I put $1,000 in. So right here, let me get my pointer on here so you guys can track along. Right here, this is probably small, and I apologize for that, but there's $2,000. That means by here is pretty much all of May. So because we're in the beginning of May, here is the balance at the end of June, balance at the end of July, and ding, 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 month 4 in, you have doubled your initial investment. This is the point at which I'm going to take $1,000 out because that's what I put in and I've got the recovery of my asset. You can do whatever you want. It's your money. Along the way, could you take the profits out? That will increase the length of time it takes to double. But if you're risk averse, that's a good way to just, minimize your risk, take the profit out as it goes. And the beauty is once you get to this number and you're then invested with $1,000, but it's profit, you've minimized your risk completely. That's a very desirable outcome for most people in the market. And if you're lucky enough, if you just want to see this, it's just kind of fun. Let's just say for a minute that you get a 1% return per day, and there are people on this call achieving that number. Okay, as traders, just saying. Let's say you get 1% a day. Calculate, ding, ding, ding. Look at what you added. You added $3,400 to the number. That's the difference in 0.11%. I mean, it's staggering when you start to look at the impact of a very small percentage increase. The magic, though, is this word daily right here. See, because if you're trading, a $10,000 account as an example, and you have a 100%, or excuse me, a 1% return, you have a $100 profit that day. You have a $100 profit Tomorrow, the third day, you're now trading with $10,200. And then you're taking 1% of that. That's how the compounding is working mathematically and how it works as far as the mechanics. And when you see that actually manifest, Albert Einstein said the eighth wonder of the world was compound interest. He was right. It is mind-bogglingly powerful. Okay, so moving right along here, let's get rid of that one and come back. Whoops, hang on just a minute. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay, very good. So we've gone into deposits, we've gone into compounding. What I've covered thus far is copy trading and how that works. The solidity of the broker. Withdrawals are very, critically important part, obviously, and that they work and that they're solid and they're quick. They don't make you wait. In fact, most of the time I'm finding with both crypto and with once you've got your card verified, literally using Wise as an example, I receive money in under an hour. I mean, I'm in fact often in minutes. So just to let you know what's coming up on Monday, Robert Russell does a couple of presentations. Robert, chime in if you would. What is the one that you have before this one?
Okay, so Monday we have our open call webinar for prospects at 4 p.m. UK time.
Okay, so 4 hours before this call, is that right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So there's a presentation for prospects at 4 p.m. And then this call is intended to be for people that are in rolling up our sleeves and showing them how to plug in, how to get set up, answering questions about some of the technical stuff, which is kind of the workshop related aspect of this. Wednesday, we have an 8 p.m. Business overview opportunity webinar that is very similar to what we're doing here today. And then Saturdays, we have this call that takes place each week. And then we follow this one with a Q&A and enrollment process. In other words, kind of a circle up and get your questions answered. If you have enough information to make a decision, get the link of the person that referred you here, and we can help you get enrolled right then and there. In other words, it's not complicated and it's pretty simple. So let's get into the affiliate and partner program, and then we'll bring this in for a landing. Some of the key points on the affiliate part of this whole equation is it really is simple. It works. You can add the profits that you earn from the affiliate part of the plan here to your trading account, which means that you're just adding further capital to your trading account, which is pretty cool because it then also adds money with which to compound. Or you can withdraw it and go buy groceries or do whatever you want. It's your money. But these are some of the alternatives. And again, if you do add it, it adds to your compounding. Also, just some of the high points with the affiliate plan. There's no payout limits. There's daily payments. You can, in fact, withdraw it each day if you choose to. No deal restrictions, no bonus restrictions, 24/7 support, very simple analytics, which are quite good, by the way. I've done this kind of business a long time, and these are some of the best I've seen. Here's the different ways to earn here. The first one is trader returns, meaning you have your own profit from your own trading. That's one aspect. Although I want to mention something, you can be an affiliate here. Excuse me, just a minute. I'm getting pinged here by somebody, and I'm not sure who this is. Let me see here. Okay, I'm going to turn that volume down. There we go. Okay. So you have your own profit from your own, from whoever you're using for copy trading. Here's the thing, though. As an affiliate, you don't even have to have an account. You can literally be involved as an affiliate with no money and earn money from referring others here. Just simply put them in front of these presentations. We'll answer the questions. You get the benefit of the commission. How cool is that? In other words, literally no money exposed. You're just earning money if you choose to. And if somebody's trying to bootstrap their way into a trading account, that's a fine way to do it. If they've got hustle, they can make money. Number two is you get a percentage of the people that you enroll directly, your personals. You get a percentage of the profit when you use your link to refer them to a specific trader. you get a piece of the profit that the trader creates, and that varies from trader to trader, and we'll get into that, at the right time. But you can make some money here from the traders that you refer them to. Then there's a 5-tier compensation plan that is really, really cool. You get 35% on your directs, and it actually pays down 5 tiers of compensation. And then there's a bonus that comes in once a month, which is based on the amount of overall earnings that you have earned. And I'm going to just start with an example here. If you have a $5,000 account yourself, and I'm not suggesting you're going to make 23% a month, we're just using this for an example, but let's say you did earn 23%, that would be an $1,150 profit. Many of the traders use a 30% of the profit. So in this example, 1150 times 0.7, that would be 30% off the top. You'd receive $805. Boom. There's your money from trading profit. Now, let's say as an affiliate, your 5 folks that you refer to this do the same thing. They would have 5,000 times 5, 25,000. Let's say in the same example, there's 23%. You're using the same trader. That's 5,750 in gross profit. Trader charges 30% of that. That's 1,725. That trader, in many cases, will split that 50-50 with you. The trader gets $862 and you get $862. Not bad, and that might be in a week. Let's say now we want to look at the compensation plan. This part of the compensation plan, because there's 2 parts. There's the trader part that I just showed you. Then there's this part, which is the 5-tier part of the compensation plan. This is based on the broker's fees. In other words, RoboForex charging the spread, commissions, and so forth. This is the percentages that you earn through 5 levels. And what's so significant is that, when you can start off relatively small with this, but you refer a few people, and they refer a few people, and they refer a few people, and all of a sudden you have people showing up. You don't have any idea who they are. A very good sign, by the way. And when that takes place, you're getting compensated on trading that's taking place underneath you. So it's a very, very powerful mechanism to see exactly how that works and how it manifests. And then at the end of the month, the company adds up your profit. And if you've earned between $100 and $500, you get a 10% bonus, which is $50. If you have earned between $500 and $30,000, you get a 15% bonus, which is $4,500, as much as $4,500 up to. And then if you have earned more than $30,000, you get a 20% bonus, which is $6,000 and up. So very compelling. And I just want to show you something real quick. This is, let me see if I can get my hands on this real quick. This is not what I wanted. Oh, where is it? Hang on. Oh, I hope I have that here. I had set it aside. I thought, let me see here. Where is it? There we go. This was my actual earnings from last month. This was $775. So yours truly fit that second tier. That means I'm going to, at the beginning of the month on this number, I would receive a $77.50 bonus in addition to this $775 that I earned from the organization. And it gives you all kinds of interesting data, how many directs you have. This is some of, examples of how the tracking system works with RoboForex, which again, I'm very impressed with. I think it's quite good. Okay. So that shows you the affiliate part. And the key points that I just covered, as you saw, the plan is simple. It works. You can roll the money into your trading account, or you can withdraw it, and you saw how compounding works. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion of the presentation. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the streaming, and then we can get into the Q&A and awarding the $100 prize that Anthony won on a recent webinar to him. So I don't want to keep him waiting. Let me get back over to the meeting and get my toolbar, hopefully. Hang on one second here.